Hi. All was fine till the age of 2.5 years for my son. We noticed that he was not able to say the basic words which a normal child would speak, like say amma, appa, ungu, uku sort of words. And we thought we should really go to a doctor. It was a Monday morning. It was around 100-kilometer drive from my hometown. And we reached in the morning to the doctor. The doctor started investigations and it was almost by noon. He said, I would like to go to visit this particular place, and he gave us a prescription and the address. We went to the address. The very entrance of the address gave us a very big shock. It said, Center for Deaf and Dumb. We went inside and they started the routine testing for my son. By the time it was evening and he was very restless, and we could see the restlessness going on, and the final report was given and they declared that he was not able to hear. The entire world seemed very, 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 very shocking for us. The first time in my history, I would say, I'm a very long distance driver. I could not drive back my car for the 100 kilometers. My hands were shivering so badly. And in the silence, I could hear my wife weeping, but we could not even talk a word. Not able to get out of the shock for a few days, but we were really sure that he is able to hear, because as a parent, when we see the basic his movements and his way of responses, we could make sure that he's able to hear, but as a medical term, we are not able to rule it out. So anyway, we consulted the main doctors for hearing, and they said you will have to control this problem with having an operation in his ear called grommet operation. And we went ahead, totally not willing, totally knowing that he's not that, but we had to do it, no the go, because it was the doctor's words. I can literally remember carrying my son in my hands, unconscious, to the theater, and after the operation bringing back again. Still, memories are very fresh. Later, they had told us that many alternate steps has to be taken for him to improve his speech, etc., etc. And we went on through the regular process of all the therapies for speech therapy for next 2 years. And from then on, we started our, adventure. I will not call adventure. The hardships went through from hospital to hospital. We started right from the top hospital, Apollo, CMC, and all the hospitals, whichever we could hear of these problems. And each and every one of them had their own way, and finally the entire process, they said, was a very technical term which we could not digest at all. They said it was a delayed milestones. That is, each and every step the child has to do some particular thing. It does not happen at that age, it goes back. And he was behind his regular aging process. This brought us a very big shock again in our life, and we had the wish of any other parent would have, that my son should be dressed in uniform, going to a regular school with all the other children. And with that wish, we first left him inside a play school. He used to go almost for 6 months. He went, came back, he went, he came back. And it was 6 months later, the teacher said, he is having some difficulty in his learning. I think you should go to the next step of special learning process. The day I still remember bringing my son out of the school, when there were so many children going inside and coming out, will my son not have one of them? Let him be the last in the place, but let him be a part of them. But that could not happen. And from then on, we started searching for the special schools around, and we got a hold of a very nice school, a learning center in Kuno. It's an hill station. And we relocated our entire family. My wife with my younger son, he was a baby that time. And my wife is actually, I would say, even the next street in the house, they never used to go by walk. They used to always go by car. They were like that in their family. But totally hill station, such a new place, I had to leave them there, and they were very confident there in sending him to school and back. Then every weekends, I used to drive from a place. It was a 3 hours drive, and I make sure that family, we are together. It was in that place almost a span of 7 years. We were in Kuno, and it was in that place the real hardships what we went through from our childhood. Every event has to be repeated. More of repetitions had to be done. And I still remember teaching him cycling, swimming. Cycling was it took me 3 months. But now I'm really proud that he's now able to ride my own bike right now. After the process of 7 years, I had a chance to go back to my school, my old school where I studied. Till then, we used to continuously question ourselves. Why this has happened to us? Why this to us? What wrong did we do? What went wrong? What really happened? What mistake did we do? All these things keep on going. Why this problem to us? Then when we met our school principal, it was just a chat, and he observed my son. He said, "Ravi, is everything all right with him?" I said, "No, brother. God has punished me." He told me, "You have had enough of fun, man. There is something no more fun. You have to struggle in life." He gave me a knock, and he has punished me. Then that was, I will say, the entire turning point with the golden words from my brother principal's mouth. He said, "No, Ravi, it's not like that. In God's creation, there has to be a person, there has to be a baby called Shankar has to be created in the world. From above, he looks down. To whom to give this child? When we hand over this child, who will take care of him? Which family will take care of him so nice so that he can come to a very, very, very nice place in the morning? And God has chosen your family, and He has chosen you and your wife as a parent, and He's a God's child to you." That was the biggest turning point in my life, and then on, it was no questioning of any past. We just took whatever's in front of us, and we took it as entirely as a God's child, and we started totally going, what is next, what is next, what is next for him. Parents, I would say, the biggest and the most effective medicine, the effective tool, I would say, to make these children come up to a very, very, very high level is patience, patience, patience. We have to be patient to the core. Patient to the core. We have to put ourselves in each and every sentence in their shoes. How do they think? How do they respond? This is the way, the only way which we can come about. And I would go one step further. I will always refer, and it is a truth. I'll say, my guru is my son. The word I say guru because a guru is one who teaches you how to control your mind. Control your mind is not an ordinary joke. And each and every point, we just cannot be free. We have to control our mind, and what next has to be done, what effective has to be done, we have to control easily and then react so that this what do you call the entire process, not only in the parenthood, I would say, in business or profession, wherever the mind control is a very, very difficult job. And that control of mind is totally given by my son. Later, as he was growing up, we thought the primary education was over and he was almost reaching the age of 15. We were trying to go to the next stage, and we got to know that there was a special school in Chennai. And the first time we shifted to Chennai, and they said there has to be in the boarding. And with very big confusion and debating between us, we don't know whether to leave him in boarding or being at home there. But the very essence of the place there told us that he has to be in a very nice boarding. And it was in that place he learned to move with his friends, own friends, and he learned what is socialism, taking care of himself, good food habits, etc. Everything was there. There was a combination of karate, they had games, they had yoga, and all these events were there. And each and every time when my wife and I would drive back, we used to always keep on again wondering. It's actually a 6-hour drive from my place to Chennai. We used to go in the morning and we used to drive back in the evening. It used to be a single day. We go in the morning and come back. So it was going for almost for the past 2.5 years. And we used to wonder now and then. We have run all the way so much years in our life. Do you think the child remembers, or will the child value what is really happening, or what are we doing to him? We got a wonderful answer for that. There was an incident when the caretaker in the school, while playing a game or something, he had used some unwanted words against me. That's my son's father. And the moment that words were said, actually my son is a very soft guy. He's very obedient. He moves very nice with all his friends, everything. And that particular word hurted him, and he slapped back the caretaker. He slapped back the caretaker. This message I got him when there was the school review. I had gone there, but my son did not tell me this. We went to the school review, and the warden called me and said, "Did your son say such an incident has happened?" I said, "No, what is it? Please tell me." And she said the entire relation. My son was standing just next to me. She said, "This particular incident happened. The caretaker said such word, and your son slapped him." The moment he was standing next to me, he said, "Daddy, he told words against you. I love you, Daddy." And he kissed me, and he was all in tears. That was the answer. Parents, I would tell you, it is there deep in their heart. The love, the affection, it is very, 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 very deep in their heart. And they will make sure it comes out at the right time. At the age of 18, it was almost reaching 18. And again, the review meeting, I talked with the teachers. And the teachers, very clearly, they were saying, I was asking, is there any hope? Should I continue in the same school with the regular, our curriculum syllabus? But the teacher very clearly said, see, there is a saturation point for every individual. And I'm sure that saturation point is almost reached. Instead of going in this, why don't we go into the vocational line, wherein he'll be able to learn what is he's seeing with his own eyes. I'm a textile man. I'm a textile manufacturer. And we thought, why don't we give this a try? And again, when they said school is no more going to help him, again, we were in the blank. Totally not knowing again what to do. Then again, each and every time I always see God has come and taken my hand, taken to the next step. He has left me there, keep going. And that was the time we came to know the most efficient, the most industrial friendly the most, I would say, with have all the infrastructures, my son got the opportunity to enter into a most reputed college with a continuing education system wherein the entire education is going to be in the practical part. It was on June 6th, 2015, my son stepped inside Sona College of Engineering. Friends, I know when each and every time I used to go to my college or see my daughters, everybody going to college, I used to have as a very, very, very basic parent, will my son ever have the chance to step inside a college? Will we ever go and move with a friend circle? Will he learn the next process? And Sona answered me all my questions. And from here, I would say one step extra. My place is 1 hour drive from here. In the morning, he leaves by the regular government bus from my place. He reaches here. I have given him some money. That money, he spends it. He comes to the place. He reaches the college. And in college, they have made a very clear, what I would call a syllabus. That is a combination of yoga. He starts the day with yoga. Then he goes to the technical session. Then he is given the English lab courses. And again, he is allowed to play basketball in the evening. He does gym. And then he comes back by bus. He comes to my place. He gets down in the bus stand. He walks home. That I would say, this entire thing has happened. And at each and individual should get, my son was also provided, and I should thank God and thank everybody. There were so many, and I would say the friend circle learning is endless, endless. A parent comes to a certain stage, teacher comes to a certain stage, the remaining everything, whatever we cannot teach them, the friends, they teach them. Friends, this is just the beginning. And we have miles to go before we sleep. And miles to go before sleep. And with immense pleasure, I invite my son, Shankar, to introduce himself to you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Shankar. I coming from Kamapayam town under continuing education in Sona College of Technology. My father's name is Ravishankar. He is businessman and mechanical engineer. My mother's name is Meghala. He is housewife. He cook nicely. I have a sister and brother. My sister is studying in PhD College of Technology, and my brother is studying in PhD College of Technology, and my brother is studying in Montfort School 7th standard. I love my family very much. My father have a own textile company. We have we have we have we 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 have several. The name of textile company is Padma Textile. We have several auto looms in my factory. We first imported from China to India machines. We are manufacturing dhotis, shirts and towels at present. I going to help in his father's business, so I learning about fashion technology. Um, um, So I want to say something. We are human beings. We have six senses, but one life. So be happy, be positive, good to others. All the best. Thank you.
First performance on stage.